Thank you for inviting me, and good afternoon or good evening, good morning to anyone who would be listening. I know this is a recording, and I always believe, Usman, that no matter how much money or wealth you may have, is not as important as having health. Because for me, really, the old saying goes, and I'll repeat it again: real wealth is health.
Yes.
I'm turning 60 next year, but people say, hey, why are you doing these things? You're already old. Why are you doing these things? Like I said, no, I don't want to give up on life. I still want to like work hard and compete with 20 years old, because having a 20, 30-year-old body and having the experience and mind I have right now is the best thing. I don't want to go back to my old thinking. So I got to look for a fitness trainer. I know how to train myself because I've been an athlete since I was a kid. So I really know what to do in the gym. But the difference is this: without a trainer, then there's no commitment. And for me, without commitment, it's like, okay, I'm going to work out tomorrow, but then something happens, you know what I mean? There's a meeting there. Oh, okay, I'll do my workout tomorrow. And, it's going to be next tomorrow. Then next thing you know, it's been a week of delaying things. You're a very good trainer. Usman is a very good trainer because he does not just focus on, okay, this muscle or that muscle, but it's a totally holistic approach. I find with Usman, it's a totally holistic approach because he talks about mindsets, which is, for me, is the most important thing, because it's hard to train and work hard if you have no purpose and not be inspired. So one thing to have a trainer is that a trainer must be someone that would totally instill inspiration in you. Yeah, and when somebody is inspired, they say when you're inspired, you're gonna lift mountains. You're gonna climb the lands. But during this last one, okay, I lost totally with Usman. I lost totally like 7 kilos because during the nice weather, I was walking for 2 hours every day, right? And Usman added my swimming, to my regime. So now I do swimming. Because I had a knee problem, I could not really run. So we find ways to, what to do for cardio. So it's a holistic approach, not just, of course, I don't want to really be bulky like a Hulk, but I'm onto flexibility. So Usman also advised me to do yoga. So he encourages me to get other, coaches. In fact, he's got a whole array of coaches under his team. So, what you like. So I try out things. In the beginning, of course, it's hard. It's difficult, guys. It's difficult in the beginning because like, your muscle would be paining and like, no, I don't want to work out anymore. You do these things. But, you just have to go through that pain. And, and after a while, your muscles, your body would really cope up. The one thing with the body is just so, what would I say? The body is just, it adopts. Yeah, and in fact, I've noticed that Usman would change my program. I'm not sweating anymore on the things I would be, doing for a week. There's like no more pain. So that's why the program needs to change, because generally on my own, I will just do the less resistant. I'll be less resistant or what's comfortable. Okay, this is it. I'll do this. But it's also nice that you have a trainer that would challenge you on a regular basis every week. New, so it's exciting, and you see, I don't want to take off my shirt, but you could see the improvements, and he sets goals for you, just like my goal was actually just to be really fit, not to even have six pack, because I know getting six pack, like I told you, Usman, when I was 20, getting six pack, you have to be around 5% body weight, and that's just so difficult to attain, and you won't enjoy life anymore. I still want to be able to eat nicely and do those things. So our goal was just to hit 18%, something like that. I think I'm already at 19% body fat right now. There's still a little bit here we still need to work out, but the whole thing here is this: it makes me feel good. In fact, that's the whole experience of doing something, achieving something, and the result I see, because people tell me, my wife tells me, I have a younger wife. My wife is 20 years younger than me, and she's like, "Oh, I have to work out too. It seems like you're more younger than me." She tells this, and other people you see your age, they're already limping. They hardly couldn't breathe, and I was telling you why, because they're not moving. They're not making any movements and stuff.